Okay, okay. Let me know if you can see me. I think we're good, but let me know. Just shout in the comments. Yes, we can see you.
Okay, okay.
We can hear you.
Let me know if
let
you
me
can
lower that
see
down.
me.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I think we're good,
Where's that
but
coming
let me
from?
know.
Hold on, where the hell's that coming from?
Shout in the comments.
Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, people, if you can see me, yeah? Because it says I'm live, but you never know. I'm seeing people. I'm seeing Chi, the usual suspects. What's going on? I'm seeing Spider Rico. I'm seeing William D. Yeah, man. It's great for you guys to be here, man. The usual suspects, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Someone has confirmed it. John Paul Harrington. Hello. We can see you. Yes, we're good. Do you know what? I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does that. I was live on the spot, on the dot. And yeah, it just delays it. But we're good, people. We're here. We're here. What's going on? I've been waffling, thinking I'm live, and I wasn't live. But anyway, let me waffle some more. What's going on, people? Happy Saturday, man. Happy Saturday. Yes, thank you, people, for letting me know, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the community. Thanks for all the people subscribed, all the people that's tuning in today, all the people coming in, do the usual things, man. Drop a like, you know what I'm saying? When you come in, the usual polite etiquette, drop a like, now we do, ain't gonna cost me nothing. And yeah, man, just show the support. And thank you so much for the comments and stuff and the last videos that I posted last week. They were good. Obviously, I had the one about me resigning. Yeah, that was, man. I feel lighter, man. I can literally float right now. I feel much lighter. It was like a dark cloud. You ever see them animations or them videos where the characters walking? They got this blooming rain cloud and it just follows them. This is what it was like. I was at work designing. Inside, I got a grey cloud just pouring rain on me. Maybe other people if they're depressed as well, which I think they are, but we won't name names just in case they're watching. But I am so glad I am telling you, man. So yeah, man, I did the video for that. Yeah, man, I appreciate the messages and stuff for that. That was great, man. Also, thank you for the video, the comments on the video about the fight tonight, the boxing fight, Junior, Eubank Junior versus Conor Ben. Yeah, is anyone going to be watching that fight? I just want to know, man. I'm a bit worried about that, man. This hydration clause is a bit mad. So basically, Junior he has to get down to weight. He had to starve and hydrate himself. So he looks gaunt. I saw him in the face-off. He looks gaunt, man. Yeah, man. Let me know if everyone's watching boxing. Spider Rico. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. You know what? Shout out to people that made that decision. Funny. It wasn't. It wasn't easy. It was easy to leave, but you always think, oh, what if I get into a worse situation? But you just had enough. It's just I couldn't take it anymore, man. I had to leave. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And yeah, man, let's hope it's gonna be a lot better in the future. Chi, are you now unemployed? No, 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 no. I am not. Um, I'm not unemployed. No, I found a job. I always try and do that, man. You always got to try and find something. If I found a job early, I would have left earlier. But I found something, and yeah, I'm gonna jump into that now. But yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be interesting. But you'll see videos on that. You'll see videos on that. But anyway, so the topic of today is gonna be why movies suck, which they do. We're gonna get into that in 5 minutes time. I think. Let's just get more people in. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll get into that, man. What are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to the boxing match or something else? Let me know. How was your weekend? So no, now how was your weeks? How's it been for you, man? How was the? It was an interesting one because Easter kind of threw people off because we didn't know which day it was. Um, yeah, I had an interesting week. I did my first ever. I hosted my first ever speed dating event. So I'm doing the thing on the side where I'm working. in a neurodiverse community. So I had a speed dating event, man. I'm definitely going to do something from that. That deserves a live stream in its own. That's it's very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, it went good. It went good, but I won't say too much. Um, oh, you're talking about the boxing. You know what, Spider Man? Like, oh, Spider Rico. Wait, isn't that a character in Rocky? Was it Spider Rico? Was that the fight that Rocky Balboa first fight that we see in Rocky? Let me know. I know he had Spider, but I know the Spider Rico. But I'm a bit worried about this, man. So obviously, I was annoyed at the whole Chris Eubank Senior. I know. Listen, I understand he's probably got a lot of issues going on in his mind. He's lost his son, so that's terrible for any parent. And he's seeing this all this shenanigans go with his promoters. But I just didn't like the way he kind of got it. I didn't like that. But I'm worried about this fight tonight. I'm worried, man. I didn't like the way because basically, Chris Eubank Jr. He got fined because he was slightly overweight, like by a battery size, overweight over the scale. So he had to rehydrate more, and um, he looks gaunt. In his face, he looks so gaunt. He looks like skeletal. Like, brother, yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping that all the stuff that Chris Eubank Senior's been saying, I'm hoping nothing serious happens, man. I'm kind of scared about that match. I kind of I want Chris Eubank Jr. to win, but two, I just hope they both get out safe. Do you know what I'm saying? And what is it with people preferring Ben? They prefer a drug cheat. This guy he's a cheat, yet they side with him over someone that's what because he's braggadocious because he's confident in his ability. What? Why is it that he even paid? This guy took his own money and paid the undercard because they didn't get compensated when the last fight cancelled. So why do people hate him? I don't understand. It's like people just hate people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, Dawn, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? That's so good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you talk about the work, right? I appreciate that. You never liked boxing. Actually, not into sports at all. Um, you know what? Yeah, man, I'm into boxing. I'm a casual supporter. I don't pay. I'd love to watch a boxing match, but I don't pay. We're gonna get into the main topic of today in about. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Let's go for a couple more comments. You know how we usually do. I'm gonna go into a spiel because I felt this way for a long time, but we're gonna get into it in a minute, and then we'll go into my spiel. Look back at the comments. You're backing you back, yeah, man. Same people back you back. Like I like it. He's a funny guy. He is a funny guy. Like every time I see his press conferences, it's like he entertains me. He's my favorite boxer, not from skill, but just entertainment. But people seem to hate people that are confident, like this Logan Paul. I don't know if any of you checked in the WWE WrestleMania. Logan Paul was getting really rude, which he always does. But like, I know his past is a bit iffy. He did a few iffy, unsavory things, but I don't know, man. I kind of like people these characters that are confident. You know what I'm saying? I like it, man, to a certain extent. Today we're drinking orange juice with nothing, no alcohol. I'm gonna do that probably tonight. I may watch a boxing match behind the sofa. Do you know what I mean? Or not. Called Scratch Fist Now and Eubank versus Ben Preview stream. Nah, man, nah. You know what? If the community asks for certain things, I would do it. You're asking for it now, man. Really looked in on this. If you want me to check do boxing, then yeah, man, we'd do that in a maybe a bigger match. Um, I love boxing and going to take classes. Yeah, you know what? I did boxing before as well. You know what? I did taekwondo, and MMA. By far, boxing was the hardest to do in regards to training. The way they you the warm ups, like I was gonna black out over the warm up. Like you have you running around the blocks, 3, 4 times. Have you do not but like squats? You spot like little light sparring, just no contact, and then like right, go, a proper spot. And I'm like, bro, I'm ready to leave. I've done my session. I've lost how many calories? Yo, that was intense. I remember the first time was like literally, when you see them, you're gonna pass out. But I had to try and firm it, man. I didn't want to show up because I was the oldest. with all the kids around. You know what I mean? You have to represent for the elders. You know what I'm saying? For the uncles and that. Um, oh, misery. Are we talking about? You know what? Let's get into misery. Was a good movie. Yeah, misery was classic. The book was great too. That misery was mad. You remember the bit that gets me? Honestly, I think a lot of people think is when the guy I can't remember him, but he was tied to the bed, and then she puts his feet planks of wood, and then she kind of hammers their feet in, man, like so you don't go running anywhere. Yeah, that's still to this day. But anyway, hold on. Let's just read this, and then we're gonna get into it. So, Aura Storm. Movies are so dark nowadays, and the subliminal propaganda and product placement, frankly, annoying. Let's get into it. Let's get into it because yes, I agree. I think movies. I think when they had the Dark Knight, which is a great trilogy, and then they applied that to Superman, and Superman's supposed to be like wholesome. He's supposed to be inspiring, pro America, pro world, like not an anti-hero, but a good person, warm heart, and they took it and they did the dark, dreary colors. He was a bit jaded. He's tainted. He killed people with his destruction. Not by well, actually, yeah, he snapped the guy's neck. That's when you know, man, things ain't right. But let me go from the very start. And I wanted to read something. Let's start this off. Let me read something. So I remember watching this. This was Matt Damon was basically on Hot Ones. He was talking about the movie business. And this is very apt for today. So I've got a transcript here. I'm going to read it out. So bear with me. And it's on a website called Geek Vibes Nation. Why movies aren't as good as they used to be. So let me read this. Decline of DVD revenue. Damon highlights a critical role that DVDs once played in the film industry. DVDs were not merely a supplementary income stream, they were a substantial part of the film's overall revenue. Traditionally, movies did not need to recoup their entire production and marketing costs through theatrical release alone. The DVD releases, typically occurring 6 months after the theatrical debut, provided a significant financial boost, akin to reopening the film in theaters. This additional revenue stream allows studios to take more risk with their production, often greenlighting films that prioritize artistic quality over guaranteed box office success. So you can imagine that the DVDs is like the same as a relaunching the movie, like another premiere. That's the kind of money they're recouping. No wonder they can't rely on DVDs anymore. So no wonder risks aren't being taken movie wise. Anyway, let me continue. This is what Matt Damon says now. He says, the DVD was a huge part of our business, our revenue stream. Our technology has just made this obsolete. And so the movies we used to make, you afford to not, sorry, the movies that we used to make, you afford to not make all of your money when it played in there because you knew you had a DVD coming behind the release. And 6 months later, you would, okay, so pretty much summarize. So what did they write that? He's summarizing what they, and they're summarizing what he said. So basically, DVDs, like the lack of DVDs changed the game with our new technology. Anyway, it goes on to say, however, technological advancements have rendered DVDs obsolete. The shift towards digital streaming has fundamentally altered how films generate revenue without the financial safety net that DVD sales provide. Studios are now less inclined to invest in films that might not be immediate blockbusters. Economic pressure has led to homonize, I can't even say this, homogenization of movie offerings, with studios favoring big budget franchises and sequels that promise high returns, often at expense or more original personal storytelling. Okay, it's nearly fair. Let me just read this part. The financial reality of filmmaking. In a revealing statement, Damon mentions that he would have to make 100 million before a film could be considered profitable. Wow, under the current industry model. To illustrate this, Damon shared an example from a conversation with a studio executive who broke down a financial model for him. For a 25 million movie, the executive explained the studio would need to invest an equal amount to print the advertising, PA, to market it, bringing the total investment to 50 million. Given the studio must split all the revenue with the exhibitor, the film would need to gross 100 million just to break even. It was a 25 million movie. Okay, so yeah, they summarized that. And it ends. The stark reality underscores the immense financial pressures faced by filmmakers today. The high cost of production, marketing, and distribution, combined with the diminished role of traditional revenue streams like DVDs, means that only films with the potential for massive commercial success are likely to be greenlit. And there you have it. 100 million. This thing needs to make 100 million to break even. So you literally got to try and make a sure thing. Let me say this. So I remember I used to love Marvel movies. I was a proper fan. And I remember I was working for Ocado. I was delivery driving. I remember it's about 11 o'clock at night. And on that day, Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War came out, right? It was big. Like the whole way through, it was like because the trailers came out, all the Avengers got together. Like it was a big thing, right? And I remember I couldn't get that day off, right? And they were talking, I was driving and talking about the news, and I was like, you know what, I have to go and see this. So I remember I parked up my van, so I got the big Ocado van. I went to Park Royal with my big Ocado van because I finished it. No, 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 I'm lying. I finished my shift. Okay, so I didn't park. Yeah, so I jumped into my car. So I parked to the depot, got my car, parked it at Park Royal. In my uniform, though, I had nothing to change it. So I had the Ocado gear and everything. Only one. Now everyone's like, friends, couples, families, all that kind of stuff, right? And it was late. It was a late showing. Anyway, got my popcorn. I was sitting at the front because all the seat it was packed, bro. I remember that every sort of part of that. When Tony Stark kind of does his change when he transforms, Iron Man, Captain America shows up in a train. Say, yo, when oh man, it was yo, when he faked death, like he thought he was gonna die, the Thanos. Oh my gosh, yo, the whole thing was amazing. Right now, you couldn't pay me to watch a Marvel movie. You couldn't pay me. I haven't seen. So I've seen Shang Chi. I haven't seen the Marvels, like a bunch of girls. I haven't seen that the Marvels. Not because they're girls. I just haven't been interested in it. I've been interested in there's another movie Blue Beetle I haven't seen. Um, there's a chance, right? When Captain America: Brave New World came out recently, with Anthony Mackie, I came out. I wasn't even inclined to go and see it in the cinema. It's on streaming right now, and I can't be asked to even watch it. It is so bad. It is so bad what they've done because there's all the messaging in there. There's all the you've got the woke politics there. You've got the race changing to the this character is white is black and this character black is white and all these kind of things they're doing. Messaging. The stories are rubbish. It's the same thing. Pretty much a cookie cutter method they're using. Nothing new about it. And it kind of symbolizes what movies are like now. Who remembers the classics? Today, I was watching downstairs. I was watching The Godfather. You know how much of a classic that is. Movies that had storytelling, that had just strength, characters that were strong, great actors. Now it's just a bunch of people that they have and then you find out their political agendas. So that makes because I used to love Robert De Niro until like the way he was going on politically and all these kind of things. Then you got Mark Hamill from Star Wars. But anyway, so that was I'm horrified of the movie, but I want to go for the different reasons of like why the movie experience hasn't been great for me. From going to the cinema, the kind of movies, the genres they got there from James Bond and stuff. I also want to talk about my favorite movie as well. I want to get your list as well. But let's talk from the very start. Going to the cinema is a dreadful experience. I remember going to see, it's a horror movie. What was it? Red Door. I can't remember the movie is, but something Red Door. It's a horror movie. So yeah, all the people. A bit of trivia there. What horror movie came out and the end of it is called Red Door, and it's part of I think it's like the fourth installment, and it came out a few years back. Yeah, I know you guys don't know, but anyway, it's got that music. Yeah, I think I anyway. I remember me and my partner went to see it, yeah. And we were going in a cinema, right? And then you had this feminine couple of girls, these girls next to they were sitting over on the far right. They kept bloody talking. And you know when the thing's dark, right? You see like lights on your side peripheral vision. You see lights moving around and stuff like this. Yeah. They're blimmin' like on their phone, laughing, giggling. I'm like, what are you doing here? They're talking. So you know you look over there, you're like, you give them that look, innit? You don't want to start off the whole, shouting or something. Give them that parent look like, and you go back. They didn't get it. They don't care. You know how these kids are. The kids don't give a damn anyway. So I'm like, shh, like, come on, yeah. Um, nothing. They just don't even. They're looking. They don't even care. Then someone next, because I'm like, I'm not too close to them. There's a few people between us. So the person next to them says, "Excuse me, can you stop?" Like, and the girl's like, "Oh, shut up!" Like, and start saying some cheeky stuff to them. I ain't stopping. You telling me I pay my ticket, all that kind of stuff. You know that attitude. Oh, so by the way, someone's got it. Yeah, Insidious. Yeah, Insidious. I forgot the name of that too. Yeah, shout out for that. Insidious. My favorite horror of the modern time. Anyway. So then like we're watching this movie. Yeah, it was a good movie actually. By the way, that one. I'm watching this movie, and then like they've kind of spoiled it because they've been making so much noise and laughing and stuff, right? I'm like, I've got that in my mind now. So anytime there's quiet, I'm thinking they're gonna make noise. So I'm not even paying attention to the movie. I'm paying attention to them. Who wants that? Kids coming in, being loud, like disrespectful, not appreciating people, just want to watch a good movie, want a cinema experience. Immature people. Like, who wants this, man? Who wants to? Why do you want to do that when you can stay home? You've got these obscene prices. Bro, I remember when I used to eat Nando's. I went in the cinema with a bag of Nando's, man. I remember, the times they don't let you have. I don't know if they no, they probably don't let you bring any food in still. But man, I had a big coat. We knew what we was doing, right? We had our Nando's. I remember them times. I was getting five wings, two sidelines, always being fried. Anyway, peri wings, yeah, man, banging. Anyway, I had this up, man. I looked like I was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I had this in my coat, like, yeah, ticket, yeah, standing like that kind of thing, like walking. I took that out, and the thing is, man, I didn't know how this thing was gonna smell. Like this thing was the aroma. Everyone knew I was yamming on chicken butts, so I was rude for that as well. Because I can't pay them prices. I save more money buying Nando's and buying their popcorn and their drinks. Bro, seeing the prices. Like they may have changed because I don't go cinema recently, so I think that they're probably even more so than what I pay. But I swear you're paying like, is it more than a tenner? Because they do the thing, they have the medium, right? And they have it like something stupid, like, let's say 9.80 or something. So and then the large one's like 10. So you have to go for the large one because only the difference they do that on purpose, innit? Then you get you get the popcorn. And remember that you're not just you. If you're going out with someone or something, you got you're treating. If it's on you, you're buying the popcorn. Then you got to buy the drink. Yeah. So that's like how much is that for a Coke? Like that's like what 5 quid. I think I'm undercutting it. I think more than this. Yeah. You want to get a bit of nachos and stuff like that, bro. You're paying about you're paying 20 quid, and that ain't even a ticket price. Do you know what I'm saying? Parking, you got to drive there. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously, if you're getting another ticket to someone else and they're not paying for their ticket, you got to take that into consideration. It's an absolute joke. I can't afford it. I can't afford to be spending that and having the cinema experience be ruined. You know what I mean? I used to love going back in the day. I remember, man, it was a big thing. I'm old enough to remember when you had to check in the newspaper or teletext. Who knows teletext? Who knows about teletext? You had to check for the listings and stuff. Who knows about that? And Men in Black came out. It was coming out, premiere and telly. You looking at it. No, we was checking it on a magazine or newspaper. I remember we circled it. My mum circled it. I remember that. Um, Yeah, and yeah, man. I remember that was a big thing. I remember that was a big that and Independence Day. It was a big event, man. You can get hot dog. You can get a hot dog at time. I swear they stopped putting onions in hot dogs. But anyway, you can get hot dog, popcorn, and them kind of things. It's calm. For adjusting for inflation, you're still paying better prices then. Do you know what I'm saying? That was just it's just ridiculous, man. It's just what's the point in wasting your money when you don't even know if the movie is going to be saying, this woke stuff, men, you're evil, you're toxic, women can do it all. You know what I mean? All this kind of. That's another thing I don't like about movies. The woke. Let's talk about the wokeness of it. Yeah. Why is it that they have to show like, they have to let you know, a woman could be better, twice as better as a man. I used to watch movies with women in it, and I used to watch Ripley. I didn't need you to preach that she was badass. She was just badass. You know what I'm saying? She was her Ripley. I'm thinking of games like Lara Croft and stuff, but Ripley, even the girl from Resident Evil. There's others, but Ripley was like my favorite female. I'm talking about programs if I'm remembering like Xena, Warriors Princess. I remember it to be Xena and Hercules. Fun Hercules, man, to be on a Xena thing. Who knows who's doing backflips? Man, to be on a Xena thing. Warrior Princess, go it. Anyway, we digress. Um, yeah, bro, they were badass without them telling you they were badass. Who watched Terminator 2 with Sarah Connor? Like doing they go to the war, doing the flipping pull ups and stuff like. You turn around, come on. Now they got all these bloody things. Oh, I'm powerful. I'm this. Like, oh, we can do twice. We don't need a man. It's a woman's job. What is BS, bro? It takes you out of the viewing experience because you're going there thinking, oh, what they're going to preach to me now. Just let it be. You know what I'm saying? I've seen now Fantastic Four. They got Silver Surfer. Now, the woman is a male character originally. It's a woman. Of course they have. Why do you not? Why do you keep doing this? Why do they do things as well where they're like the mermaid? When they made that character, she's black. She was white, bro. If you want to do black characters and stuff, make a project for that black character. I don't want to watch Blade and see a white dude playing it, or a Chinese dude playing it, or an Indian dude playing it. I want to see a black dude playing it. I don't want to go and see James Bond and see everyone's like, oh, black. James Bond is a white guy. If you want to do a movie with 008, get a black guy to do it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that character, that is for that character. Make a film for this black. Stop taking all these genres and putting your ideologies in them. Just let it be natural. It's the preaching thing why people are fed up with it because they look at it takes you out of the movie. I'm seeing trailers. I'm so conditioned now. I'm seeing a trailer of the movie and I'm thinking, no, what are they going to preach to me now? Like, go on, tell me how bad men are, especially white men. They got a real thing for it. Go on, tell me how toxic white men. Well, come on, let me know. You know what I mean? And it's BS. It's not fun anymore. It's not fun. I don't like it. That's what stopped me watching these things, man, and these modern movies. You know. Oh, someone put Matrix. Oh yeah, you're talking about Matrix, bro. Matrix was a badass movie, man. Matrix, yeah, 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 yeah. So I just saw the. I'm going with my spiel, but I saw Matrix there. I can't ignore that. The Matrix was, man, that was one of my favorite movies, man. In the end, I'm gonna go for my top 10, but man, I want to know your top 10 movies. Matrix. Now that I see, I didn't even think about Matrix. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust my top 10. But anyway, we'll come back to that. But and then you had this whole travesty with Snow White. Well, look how that worked. That actress as well. It's funny actually because I don't know the actress's name. I'm bad with names, but it's funny the person that plays the witch and the person that plays Gal Gadot is the witch, the fairy god, whatever the bad one, the wicked one. And you got this Snow White, and I'm like, why would Gal Gadot want to look like this girl? I'm not being funny or anything, but she's Gal Gadot. Do you know what I'm saying? Why does she need to? She don't, why would she be wishing to look like anyway? That movie, man. Speaking of Gal Gadot, that was a one modern movie where it was a woman. Uh, oh, was it? Oh, what movie was it? The DC one, Wonder Woman, the first one. One movie where it was modernish, but it didn't feel preachy. It was good. It was just naturally good. Here's a thing, man. Why don't you try and make movies that don't preach, but you just do let the movie tell its own story. It's like I know they have these check boxes where it's got to be right. We've got to be this. We've got to be inclusive. We've got to waste swap. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. And it's like, why don't you just tell the story? It feels like the story's at the bottom. That's why a lot of these movies are flopping. No, because when you lose trust in the people, like Star Wars, look how Star Wars is going now. People have lost trust, from what the movies they've been bringing out. It's been crapping on that movie, dumping on that movie. There's not always just the wokeness, there's other things. The movies are coming out just poor. When you do that, people have a long memory. They remember that. So they're going to have that going into the next movie. They're like, well, listen, the price of bread gone up. Like, why am I? I mean, the math in here. Like, why am I going to spend money and waste it? While I can get a movie in or something, we can just watch something online for free instead of me going out and spending money on this movie that's going to suck because they mostly do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hold on. Before I go on, I just realised that my battery's low. Let me just charge my Go on. That's the last thing one. I think to go off. Have a little drink. But yeah, you got the whole woke topic. Yeah. Now I wanted to talk about James Bond actually. I want to talk about it a bit more. Um, so I don't know if people know, but it's James Bond has been taken over by new people. I don't know the name of these new people. They've taken over the franchise, and I think it belongs partly to Amazon now, which means before they had long gaps in regards to when each James Bond movie was released, but now it's going to be released more frequently. I think actually, I'm not sure if it's a good thing because a James Bond movie was an event. Like it was like, oh my gosh, another James Bond movie. They keep releasing it every like year to 2 years, and it's it factor. But anyway, now people saying people are saying we want the next James Bond to be a person of color. We were thinking about having him gay, these kind of things. You know. Do these people want to lose money? Like, when are these people going to get into the head? Listen, not that people don't like these things. For them, there's people that do hate them, they're bad, but some people just appreciate what the original source was. And they would appreciate it if it stuck to what it was. That's what made them fall in love with it. What you're changing it to is not what made the character, made the viewer fall in love with the movie. So now, yeah, they're going to change it. To be honest with you, with James Bond, I want to say that James Bond, I used to love James Bond. I've seen every single James Bond movie. My favorite James Bond, which yeah, it's not most people's favorite, but my favorite are two: Pierce Brosnan, because I grew up with him, and Timothy Dalton. I can't decide between them. Like, listen, Sean Connery was badass, and I get it, but I don't know, man. I kind of like the ruthless edge of Timothy Dalton. Like his James Bond movie was dark, man. They were like, yeah, he was a badass. Like you weren't really on this kind of schmoozing with the ladies kind of thing. Man was about business, you know. But then you had the Playboy, James Bond, Pierce Brosnan. And I kind of grew up with that Pierce Brosnan. The gadgets were sick. I used to love it. Never really liked this Daniel Craig one. I know people are like, whoa, whoa. Like, listen, I like Casino Royale. I didn't love it. I liked it a lot. Didn't like the weird bit at the end when he's not at the end, but when he's sucking her on his fingers when she's like shot the guy and then they're in the shower and like that was they're in the shower sitting down, right? Knows I haven't seen it, and he's there comforting her because it's the first time she's killed anyone, and like they're in their clothes and stuff, and she's there in shock, and he gets her to comfort her. He takes her fingers and he starts sucking his fun like, you know when it sort of throws you out like, whoa, brother, like, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Like, what you trying to do here? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, that threw me right out. It wasn't my favorite. I don't really like it. I thought he was quite miserable actually. I know it's kind of like they're doing the jaded kind of character stuff, but he was quite a miserable guy. I noticed the lady count dropped, and the man used to like listen, not like you know sex or anything, but I like the Bond girls, man. I love to the Bond girls were beautiful and stuff. Like I kind of like that. Like a lot of listen, believe it or not, or hate it or like it or love it, but a lot of guys used to look up to James Bond. I said, look up. This guy was the guy, man. This guy was the man. You know what I'm saying? What my dad, I was looking up to James Bond. I was like, look how he's got a girl. He'd always have a girl at the beginning. She'd die. A girl in the middle, and then a girl at the end, innit? Like, and then it started getting for two. So he's a two-piece man, innit? Like, and then now he's like bloody in love. He's getting his heart broken, having kids now. Like, it's all mad. It's all mad. The Bond, like, it's not the James I used to know back in the day. Remember the kid at the end of his kiss, and she'd be like, "Oh, James," and they were ending, ding, 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 whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was it. That was golden. Now it's just like, yeah, you might start, you want a tissue, brother. He's strong with the men and stuff, but when it comes to the ladies, my man's always getting ripped off. His heart's always getting broken. Like, I'm like, what's this guy, bro? Listen, I think things are there to put certain messages in your mind. Anyway, that's another thing. But yeah, really disappointed in the Bond franchise. They're going to change it. It's going into new hands. I'm not really looking forward to what they bring. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. Um, very skeptical what kind of James Bond they're going to be bringing to me. To be honest, I know they killed him. I mean, that's a spoiler, but it's not really. It's been out for a few years. But yeah, he died, didn't it? Daniel Craig died at the end. To be honest, um, I was hoping like they just keep it dead, man. Because you know what they're gonna do, innit? You know what they're gonna do. Like it's gonna be like I don't know. It's gonna be a Bond guy in there. There's gonna be a Bond girl. There's gonna be a Bond guy. You know how it's gonna go in it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, yeah. James Bond, all that kind of stuff. They just killed the franchises. They just killed them. And I touched earlier on the whole thing with Superman. I used to love the Christopher Reeve. They don't make this, man. I used to love Christopher Reeves. That was a true Superman. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, he was like, he represented hope, man. Listen, I prefer Batman. I've always been a Batman guy, right? But I respected what Superman was about. He was a hope and the justice, and rescue a cat out of the tree. That kind of person, that kind of character. You know, stop, kids. Like, say no to drugs. Like, he's that kind of dude, isn't it? You need that, man. You've got the darkness, like you've got the Batman, the brooding and stuff. You kind of need these characters. He's uplifting. I knew what he meant to a lot of people. He was very uplifted in his personal life as well. There's a documentary I need to watch on him, but he did a lot for charity and stuff when he was paralyzed and things like this. And you know what I'm saying? But he was a lovely human being. He was a superhero. And then they had this new with Henry Cavill, which he looked hard. But and he could have been great. But this whole, that's how the tones were dark. Who ever seen it? What did they call it? What did they call it? It wasn't Superman. It was I don't know what they called it. But anyway, the tones were dark. He was like, ripping the guy's head off. Like um, people, there's all destruction. People die like it's bloody buildings crashing. Like it went for this hyper realism kind of Dark Knight kind of thing because the Dark Knight had the grittiness of like which was suited Batman. It was kind of like I was watching, I was thinking first thing I thought was like, what kids don't have Superman either now because they don't have Batman because Batman I got real dark real quick. The kids don't have Superman because you made it some brooding vicious guy like. You know what I mean? There's this thing they do now. I don't know if it's art affecting life or life affecting art, but it kind of symbolizes a society where it's dark, depressing, gloomy kind of like, existence now. That hope, man. Which is why I have seen the trailer for the new Superman. A lot of people don't like the outfit and stuff like this. And
But I kind of like what I think it's James Gunn directing it. It kind of got the brightness of it, the hope. But you know, I ain't holding my breath for that. You know, they're gonna can it like they're gonna make it suck. Probably it's gonna be some. I don't know. Maybe Lois Lane saves him or something. You know, some dog like you know. But you know what? I remember there was a trailer for was it Batgirl? I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was Bat. And I remember the trailer. Like in the trailer, she goes to like Batman's lair in it, like and in the Batcave. I think I can't remember Alex. The black guy, the one that does all the gadgets and stuff like this. Elite Fox, I think it's Fox or something like that. And he says something about, she goes, it's all right. And he says something to along the lines of, you know, what could make it better? Like, you know, it's like, it would be better with a woman. And they had her fighting. And it was just like, okay. Do you know what I mean? Same thing happened actually when I was watching. I tried to watch Miss Marvel when it came out. I was really into the Marvel stuff. And everything with Miss Marvel. Um, and then I was watching the series of it. And it was all right. I was getting into it. And then it had this thing where she goes to the mosque with other girl, and I think they're traditions. I think it was something about something that men did. It's like, this needs to change. Women need to change this. And I said, yeah, off. Like, bro, like, I come to the movies for to get away from society. I don't need society within the movies all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what they were doing. It just like, oh god, here we go. It was like the Marvel movie, the first one that I actually saw, the first one, where it's like they had this thing. This guy he was talking to is like, a woman can't be on this plane. That's why they call it the cockpit. Like, and I was like, yeah, who says that, bro? Like, who says that? Who says that? Can't we work together? Can't we compliment each other? Can't we be badasses like Ripley, but not shout it out? Just show it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these are some of the reasons why I think movies now suck, man. Let me get to your comments. Oh, there's a lot of comments here. So let's go to your story. Yeah, let's see what Dawn's saying. Best time to go to the cinema is during the daytime. Yeah, yeah. And you want to lose your money, your life savings now going to the cinema. I used to remember. Listen, the cinema was key back in the day, back in my heyday. You know, when I was well, not my heyday, but you know, when I was doing my thing, you know, to the ladies and stuff like that. That was take them to the cinema. You know the old, you know, you're there and you know all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cinema was so key. Cinema was so integral to my life. You just went to the cinema. Now it's rare. You talk to people as well, and they're like, when you ask to a cinema, like you get the you never used to get the before. You used to get the last week, yesterday. We go next week. That kind of stuff. Them kind of answers. People aren't going to the cinema for these reasons. It sucks. The experience sucks now. You you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Teletext, bro. Man used to get the football results on teletext back in the day. You know what I mean? Then you had it on Sky. Who remembers Arsenal 1, Bristol Rovers nil, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Carlisle 3. Like remember them kind of days, bro? They were the golden days, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you used to play teletext quiz every time you got you got one wrong, you had to start again. Yep, bro. Yeah, I used to be. I think it was a game. I used to play, yeah, like not the quiz, but the actual game. I think teletext. You know what I'm saying? I am going to see Sinners during the week, though. Yeah, well, I hope you saved up your account. You know, you got money for it. Do you know what? I've heard good things about that movie. See, but that's Ryan Coogler. See, there are nuggets out there, but for the most part, I do think movies the quality has gone down. But like I respect Ryan Coogler. Like yeah, the Sinners. That I've heard good things. I've heard good things about. All right, so if I was to go to the cinema, the two movies I would see Sinners, and there's another one, a bodybuilder one. guy. Forgive me, I'm bad with names. What's the black guy that was in Creed 3? And he had the whole case with that woman. Uh, him. There's this bodybuilders movie. Apparently, it's fantastic. I need to go see that. These movies, to be honest, I ain't gonna go to the cinema. I'm gonna wait. I've just lost my motivation to go to the cinema now. But I've heard good things about Sinners. I've heard about that. So I've heard little things. I just turn it off. Go like, just in case I do go and see it for whatever reason. I don't want to be spoiled. Um, Liam Bree. Think about it. Freddy Krueger was a killer. Uh, you know, films were creepy then because of good writing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, that's yeah, Freddy Krueger. Jesus, I didn't even think about that, man. Yeah, he used to. Yeah, he used to actually. If you really deep it, I'd see him as just coming in your dreams and killing you. Pause. Actually, that's a bit. Anyway, um, Spider Rico. The earliest films I remember watching in the cinema was Masters of the Universe, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Turtles. Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's break this down. Masters of the Universe. The movie was kind of pants when you look at it, but yeah, I have a little thing for that. It's weird with Dolph Lundgren in it, like it's a weird one, isn't it? Turtles used to be my favorite thing. Raphael was my guy. I used to love the Turtles. I love being a turtle. Man, I used to be all over that. My favorite cartoon, my favorite film and cartoon. The cartoon's goated as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant. Or did they call them Hero Turtles? I know they changed it from Ninja Turtles for some because of the ninja violent thing. So I think in the cartoon it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. It was in a half shell. Turtle power. Come on. Roger Rabbit. Yeah, man. Oh man. Oh yeah, with the is it Bob Hoskins? I can't remember. But Roger. Yeah, man. Who played Roger Rabbit? Oh man. Yeah, they're movies, man. They're movies. Um, fact, The Matrix is a following up from the Terminator. Same writer. I heard about this. This is so interesting because I heard wait, which one? Yeah, Machine World. So which one? Wait, so you're saying the Matrix, the follow-up? So basically they have Skynet, and then basically the Machine World take over. So then Matrix is after the. I've heard about this theory. Can someone let me know if that's true? If that is true, I mean, yes, if the same writer, then I guess I don't know. But I heard about it when I heard that recently. That blew my mind. I was thinking about it. I was like, geez, so the machines that Morpheus was talking about, that was Skynet that took control. I was like, yo. Anyway, yeah, geeking out a bit. Sandy, can you talk to us about how you went from working in IKEA to becoming a graphic designer in detail, please? I've seen this question a lot. All right, so I can't go into a lot because it's a movie about stream. So I think either I'll do a video or I'll do a stream about this. But basically, to cut a long story short, it wasn't a to be IKEA to graphic designer. I did many different jobs from IKEA, which I will talk about. And graphic design, I taught myself. I taught myself, and I went to university. University was a big, 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 big waste of my time. A bit. I did not need not one, not one company has asked about my degree. Not one company. But I mean, they ask it in application, but not one company has asked to see it. I mean, but yeah. Anyway, I taught myself because the proper graphic design. I'm gonna say it for another video, but yeah, multitude of steps. But I promise you, I am going to make either a live stream or video about that because that's come up many a time. I want to listen to you guys. Um, as Liam Bream again, Neo One Matrix was follow up. Sarah, Bloodline was. Are you crazy? Are you for real? Sarah, wait, nah. You just saying that, or do we said that? Have we got like articles on this? Sarah Connor shared the same bloodline as Neo. Yo, okay, okay, yeah, okay. Well, that may be how my evening is spent if I don't watch that boxing. I got to watch YouTube videos of that. Okay. The last movie or a storm. The last movie I watched was Gravity with 3D glasses. I nearly crapped myself after the explosion. The dentures floated out. Now it's much too expensive, and there's too much chatting. It's just a lack of respect. It's all that same thing I keep coming to. Respect your fellow man or woman. People don't do that. Saying. Um, Stash Jones says half of the movies of the 90s were cancelled in today's. Come on, are you crazy? Yeah. What about Back to the Future? You think about Back to the Future? The premise of that is a bit dodgy, my brother. Like, um, he's trying to get his mother to meet his father so he could be born. So he goes back into the past basically. But the mother's all over him because she fancies him. Brother, there was loads of movies. You watch it again, you're like, yo, bro, you can't make. Try, in fact, yeah, try doing that. Right, filmmakers, try making a woke version of that where you know how they like to change these characters from men to women. Make the guy, what's the name? Marty. Make Marty a woman, and then let's see that whole issue with the dad fancying the. Yeah, you see how? Yeah. That won't happen. Tom Hiddleston for the next 007. I have a crush on it. I don't see it with Tom Hiddleston. Oh wait, Tom Hiddleston. I was thinking Tom Holland. Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, actually, Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see that. I was thinking of Spider-Man boy. Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, I see that. See, I'm all over that, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, or downloaded Waterloo. That was so disappointing. I don't even know what. Yeah, this is it, man. John Paul. These modern movies are trying to force feed people's message. Exactly. I knew women were badass when I saw these characters. When I played the games, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider is my favorite game. You need being broadcast or force feed down my throat that she's a woman. I knew she's a woman, but she was cool. Do you know what I'm saying? She was a woman that was cool. What was wrong with that? Ripley was owning people in eight. I remember eight, the second one. Ripley was owning them. And I loved her. I loved how she did that. She was badass. You need to tell me, oh, by the way, she's a woman and she's better than you. You knew she was better than everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to Halle Berry as Catwoman. Oh my god! You know what's funny? Sometimes I watch movie reviewers that take the Mickey out of these bad movies. There's one. What's Double Toasted? Check out. I don't really watch them because they're getting woke, but they did have a very good roasting of the cat movie. Check it out. Oh, gee, A Team and Knight Rider. Hey, dun, 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 dun. You gave me no damn plane. And he had Knight Rider. Ding, 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 ding. Knight. Oh man, that was a oh my gosh. All right, you know what? Let me get into my top 10 movies. This is my top 10, and I want you to list some movies that you like. This is my top 10. This is my top 10. No particular order. So, Godfather. That's just brilliant. I love the whole premise. The first one, Godfather, Don Quixote. I love all of that stuff. I love how the whole families arrived in, how he sorts them out during the baptism. Fire. Training Day. That is the movie out of all of them that I can watch anytime, and I don't even. If you know, it's going, you're flicking through and you see Training Day. I'll just watch that. That is the one movie out of the whole list I can watch anytime. Training Day. Want to go jail? Or you want to go home? Jake, I'm gonna need my money. What's another thing he says? I run here. You just live here. Uh, Pelican, I'll have you. You be playing basketball in Pelican Bay. I'll get through you. 24-hour lockdown. King Kong ain't got on me. Ma- Anyway, the wrestler. I love the wrestler. Um, what's the guy who's in the wrestler? He was in the Big Brother and got kicked out for saying stuff that was homophobic. But what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. But the wrestler, because it is just so real and visceral and just, and I like wrestling as well. And it's very, I'm weird. If I'm depressed, if I'm down, I watch depressing movies like The Wrestler and Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah. Anyway, so The Wrestler. Um, I'm just thinking Pursuit of Happiness isn't in there, but I used to love it. You know what? Pursuit of Happiness. I'm kind of dark like that. I like the depressing parts. You know, you just had a bad day, you just got to watch something to make you feel it ain't too bad. I love the bit. You know the bit where when they're washing the dishes in the early in the movie, and it's just like he talks about the whole Rubik's cube. And she's like, "You pay the taxes?" She washes the dishes. He goes, "No, I'm gonna have to file an extension." She's like, "You already filed an extension. I'm gonna have to file another one." Like, yeah, I don't know. Something about that is just hilarious. I can rewind it back and keep watching that moment. I just, but that's not on my list though. My list is tight. But anyway, so we got Godfather, Training Day, the rest of that. Aliens, Ripley is goated. But my favorite is her and oh gosh, again, bad of names. Hux. Game over, man. Game over. Why you put her in charge? Like, I just love it. What are we gonna do now, man? Yeah, I just love that. I just love that movie. Oh man, I love it when they're just like with the people they're in there, the aliens come and I love that movie. In fact, you talking about that, I want to go watch it. That's what I'm saying. They don't make movies like this and get me this excited. So we got Godfather, Training Day, The Wrestler, Aliens, Marvel's Infinity War. That movie in a modern time, I haven't felt like a little boy, a child. Um, okay, to that anyway. I haven't felt like a little boy like that for a very long time. Infinity War, I remember that was like a event. Every reactor was reacting to it. I watched the reactions about 100 times. I wanted to see what people thought about this reaction. And the movie came out, everyone was talking about it. I had to go see it in Ocado attire. Goated movie. Next, Shawshank Redemption. Now, Shawshank Redemption is funny. It's a brilliant. I wouldn't even call this a movie. It's a film. It's a brilliant film. It's not one I would only debate of taking out because I can't watch it anytime because it's so much. It's so emotional. It's so like you so invest yourself in that movie. It's not like for me, I can't just watch it like that. It's such a deep movie. So much different types of emotions that you have. Um, Andy Dufresne and the old guy when he gets out of that whole monologue, where he just this world isn't for him anymore. He was institutionalized. He wanted to stay home. Is it Red? No, his name was Red. The old guy. And he had the birds, and then that was sad. And I miss my friend. The whole narration of that, the whole thing, that was beautiful. Scarface, man, I like movies which give me inspiration to do what Tony Montana did, but just to take over and be better and have your own empire and stuff. I kind of I love watching movies like this. Um, Scarface, yeah, man. Uh, I remember an interesting thing. I remember I broke up with this girl over FIFA. Now that's a story, but anyway, broke up. I tried to get her back. She went up in the bar of it. Rightly so. I remember I tried to do the whole Tony Montana line. I was like, she ain't what Scarface. So I was like, babes. I was like, you're like a type. When I see you, I say to yourself, you belong to me. I tried to give her that bar. It didn't work. It's like, she's like, what are you talking about? Anyway, Scarface is up there. Love that movie. Take it to the limit. I remember playing a game of that, and when you died, it says game. No, you effed up. That was classic. Like, the Da Vinci Code. That's my nut. That's my. Wait, what were we on? So, Godfather, Training Day, The Wrestler, Infinity, Shawshank Redemption, Scarface, um, Da Vinci Code. This movie, the book actually, I preferred the book to the movie, but this is very important to the way I am now. If I didn't watch that movie, like, because some people say it's fake and stuff, the Holy Grail, all that kind of stuff. They say. But that put me on a journey. If I didn't discover that, I wouldn't have discovered certain books I read. If I didn't discover certain books I read, I wouldn't discover David Icke. If I didn't discover David Icke, I wouldn't be put on this journey that I'm now and the way I think and what's because I believed, the government and people, what they tell you is the truth. They're the government. They wouldn't lie to you and all these kind of things. From the Da Vinci Code onward, that kind of the book opened my eyes to a lot of things. So the Da Vinci Code has a special place in my heart. That's eight. Creed. This is gonna be very not a lot of people are gonna like this. but I have to say, out of the whole Rocky universe, don't hate me, don't hate me. I just love the story of it. I love the whole. It's just got an emotional heart to it. I think that's some of Sylvester Stallone's best work in the whole Rocky franchise. As a supporting actor, he nailed it. I think the whole thing of the abandonment issue of him thinking he's a mistake, he's trying to not trying to he doesn't want to be in his father's footsteps, so he's hiding his name. The whole thing where there's the girl, he's kind of his Adrian, she was deaf, was like I don't know, something about that was I don't know, beautiful. You can think about it, kind of. Anyway, the couple was beautiful, just like Adrian and Rocky. But him being a young man, daddy issues. Maybe as a black man, I kind of resonated for that part of it. I don't know what it is. The whole father figure of Sylvester Stallone was amazing. The whole thing when he had when he had the cancer, that was so sad, man. When he had the cancer diagnosis, he, you know, he kind of says, "I'm alright with that," and he says, "Yeah, my wife tried that because they wanted him to get chemo." He's like, "My wife tried that; it didn't work." You know? And then he gives that monologue, that speech to Creed, who's like, everyone I had in my life is gone, and I'm here, bro. Onions are in the room. I ain't gonna front. Even now, it brings emotions up. Um, that movie, and then oh my god, one of the best movie, one of the moments when he's in the change room and he opens a box and it's like create your own history or something like that, your memories. And the Creed trunks, music kicks in, and then his girlfriend looks up at him like, "Whoa, this is big, bro." Ryan Coogler. Anyway, yeah, that was powerful. That was even now. I ain't gonna front. I think about it. Eyes are starting to well up a bit. Let me take a drink. I'm just thinking about it. Emotional guy, my old age. That movie. Ah, when he's fighting, and then like when he gets knocked down, and like sees all the things like his past, all the hurt and stuff, and then he sees his dad, and he gets up, and then the bit where he's beating up, and he like you want to call it throwing the towel and stuff because he's not winning the fight, and like why are you carrying on? It's like I need to prove it, like I'm not a mistake. And you're like whoa, and see Sly's yo, bro. When I'm thinking about that movie is that movie's deep, man. That movie's deep. Um, anyway, yeah, Creed. And my last one, see, I was gonna say Rocky because Rocky One. It's between Rocky One and Pursuit of Happiness. I'm gonna do it like this. If I had to watch a movie today, it would be Pursuit of Happiness. So I'm gonna say Pursuit of Happiness just beats Rocky. Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith's best ever movie. He nails it. He had his son in there as well. It was yeah. That man, Pursuit happened. That whole, I mean, he's taken a lot of hits, man. I mean, if you want to be in tears, I mean, we all know if you don't, like a whole bathroom scene when he's in the bathroom with his kid and they're pretending it's a cave, and yeah, they're he's like sad and stuff like that, and all the mishaps and stuff of him. That movie, I can always watch the movie. And for the dark side, where it's like because I'm down, I'm miserable or sad, I watch that to make me feel like it ain't so bad. So yeah, man. Yeah, those are my top 10. No particular order. Yeah, man. That's my top 10. We're running over time, but let me go through. I want to know what you guys said. So let me go up. I'm gonna go through some of your movies now. Let me. Oh, you listen a lot, man. So, so. This is a joke. Oh, wait. Passion of the Christ too. That's actually funny. Anyway, that's that movie was. So yeah, Janice F says Wonder Woman, badass movie, badass movie. Um, let's see. Oh, Carlito's Way, and Once Upon a Time in America. Once Upon a Time in America. I haven't seen Carlito's Way. I'm thinking Once Upon a Time in China. Once Upon a Time in America. I haven't seen these movies. Flight Time. I've heard of them, but I ain't seen. Uh, she says 28 weeks later was better than the original. See, I haven't seen the later one. I've seen the original one, 28 Days. Yeah, 28 Days. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was classic, brilliant. Mickey Rourke, thank you, Janice. Mickey Rourke, Mickey Rourke. Um, okay, so let me see. Okay, so we've got a list here from John Paul. So, Once Upon a Time in America, Once Upon a Time in the West, 12 Angry Men, Seven Samurai, The Godfather 1, yeah, and 2, Dog Day Afternoon, Ball of Fire, Alien, Days of Confused. Okay, yeah, man, there's some strong candidates there, man. Alien for me was good, but Aliens was for me was better. But Alien was a good movie too, man. Godfather 1 and 2. 2 was good. I just like the whole. I like Aliens was also perfect. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay. Let's see. She prefers Endgame to Infinity War. Endgame was good. It was just I remember the whole Endgame was sad when Iron Man died. Yeah, I was an Iron Man fan, so when he dies in the end, that yeah, I shed tears, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I saw that in the cinema too, and there were tears. People were crying. It's because he had so much life to see him die, and he actually. I think there was one in Avengers, first Avengers, where it's like there's a moment where Captain America says to Tony, "You wouldn't go on the line or something, the battlefield to sacrifice yourself or something like that," and he ends up doing that. In the end, it's yeah. Ian Breen, Shawshank was based on a true story, I think. I well, I don't think it was. Let me go chat if it was. Aliens, flight types as aliens, special edition better than the original. I need to see. I think I've seen a special edition. It has a smaller footage, has more of the colonies, so I have seen that. Fifth Element, yeah, that was good. I just didn't understand it at the time. I was young when I saw it. What do you mean? Benjamin Chi. Wait, Chi. What the actual F are you talking about? Weeks better than the original. That's what I thought. I thought the original. I haven't seen Weeks, so I can't really say. Um, don't worry, great bro. Don't worry, man. You can catch up on the stream later, man, and you do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You can catch us now live. We can interact. We can catch it later, man. You know what I'm saying? Silence of the Lambs. Yes. Oh, gee, hey, gee, I kind of like your choice of movies. I'm not gonna lie. Silence of the Lamb. The whole bit when he escapes was classic. That was masterful. He takes the guy's face. Face Off. That was a good movie. But anyway, yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Yes. What is that? Silence of the Lambs is definitely amazing. Um, Long Good Friday. Heard about it. Haven't seen it. Rush Hour. Yeah, Rush Hour was good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. In comedies, one of my favorites, Beverly Hills, man. Beverly Hills. Rush Hour was sick though. Beverly Hills Cop. Dun, 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 dun. Asshole. Right, oh man. 48 hours later. 48 hours. Naughty. Dun, 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 dun. The boys are back. Now that movie could be made today. Everyone's seen 48 hours with Nick Naughty, the things he said. Yeah, they need to change some of that language. Actually, a lot of the stuff in the movie they need to change. But yeah, man, 48 hours. That classic movie. Lot, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Why is everyone getting what? Can you stop getting shot? I remember that. Ding 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 ding. Lot, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Yeah, yeah. John the Baptist. Yeah. Guns, what? What was it? What did he say? If you ever got those guns, what? What? You be cat. What? Oh, I used to know this thing that John the Baptist used to say. You haven't got those guns. I can't remember this guy in my head, but yeah, I used to love it. Like, yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That was a classic movie, man. Are we talking characters here? Yeah, Anthony Hopkins, Gene Hackman, Tom Hanks, and Michael Caine are my favorite actors. Anthony Hopkins, Gene Hackman, Tom Hanks. Yeah, yeah, they're not good actors. Yeah, you named some good ones actually. Um, you're supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Godfather 1 says Cribble, yes. Full Monty. Full Monty? Because yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, not for me. Not for me. Right. Field of Dreams. Don't know that one. Janice F. Get Carter. Don't know that one. Liam Bream. Blue Field of Dreams. Uh, let's see. Any other movies here? Oh, Spider Rico. Okay, so Black Rain. I think if that's the move, I'm not sure if that's the move I figure, but Black, yeah, if it is, it's good. Jaws, yeah, that was good, man. Romance in the Stone. Ding, 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 ding. If the going gets tough, na, 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 the tough get going. Na, na. Will be blood. Rocky, Achilles Heroes, Commando, Die Hard. Oh, Die Hard, Bloodsport, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction, Die Hard. Die Hard. Oh yeah, yeah. Yippee mother. Yeah, I prefer. All right. This is for you, Spider. So, do you prefer Die Hard, the first one, or the third one with Samuel Jackson? I kind of like the Samuel Jackson one. I love the partnership between the two. The dynamic between the two things. But the first one, that's good. I love the detonators. Get the detonators. I just love his voice, like yeah, Mr. Tokushimi. Hey, Hans, Booty. I'm your white knight. Yo, the classic. This is what I'm saying. Look how we talk. Look at the movies we're naming. Yeah, how many modern movies are people naming here? Old classics were the best. Casino. Yeah, that was a good one. Casino was a good one. Um, I actually, with Casino, I didn't like the fact. I don't know, man. His missus was a bit mad, didn't it? Sharon Stone. She was a bit mad in it. Didn't like it. Hardcore. Let's say John Wick. Yeah, John Wick movies were good. 1 and 4. Yeah, the Goonies. Yeah, man. Oh man, as a kid, I used to love the Goonies. I looked up to them, man. I wanted to be part of their crew. The Help. I know that one. The Great Debaters. Old Soldier. Um, Deadpool. Okay, yeah, yeah. Deadpool was all right. Deadpool was all right. Lethal Weapon. Yeah, man. With the guys before he shoots in it, like yeah, yeah. Getting too old for this. Yeah, man. Lethal Weapon was good. Yeah, Lethal Weapon was good. Exorcist. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Poltergeist. Oh my gosh. So Denise says Exorcist. Sorry. Exorcist caused a storm when it came out. Yeah, that was. It's funny how that movie is scarier than a lot of other movies. It's just the way it's filmed and stuff. Like, it's just, oh man. Think of that girl, man. It was horrible. The Poltergeist. Yeah, with the coming out of the TV, the little girl. Oh, that was sad. Yeah, I remember that. Was that little lady say, "This house is now healed"? What she said? The little woman that comes through. You name it some good movies, man. Like button, you know what it is. Oh, hit like button. Yes, hit the like button. Please hit the like button, please, man. Show your, I'm staying on longer because I just love talking about movies. Innit? I will go soon. I'm gonna be ending this soon. The Omen. Oh man, The Omen. Oh my gosh, you're naming some great movies. The Omen, the original Omen, not the later one. Kid was a little effer, isn't he? Um, Deep Cover, don't know that. Rain Man. Oh, Rain Man. Rain Man. Oh my gosh. Nah, it wouldn't be my favorite top 10. I need a top 100 at this rate, but Rain Man. Dun, 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 dun. Their relationship. That's storytelling. Their relationship with Tom Hanks and is it Hopkins? The guy, their relationship, how Tom Hanks is like, no wait, not Tom Hanks, sorry, Tom Cruise, sorry. Tom Cruise like an arsehole. The bit when he's on the plane, he's trying to get him in the airport, the plane. Starts hitting his head. Yo, the bath scene. Like, Babbitt, like, Charlie Babbitt. I didn't want to hurt Charlie Babbitt, whatever he said. Like, he's like, because I think the bath water hurt baby. Was it? What does he say? Bath burn baby, bath burn baby. Oh man, that was a cute. Oh man, that was an emotional film, man. At the end, didn't it? He kind of communicates. He leans his head because Tom Cruise's character knows he's going. He wants the best for him at the end. And man, tell me if there's movies like that now. I don't see them, man. But then look at what we read in the start. Can these movies get made now financially? Twins was a classic. Twins was a classic. I like your movie taste. Not gonna lie to you. Twins was a Armageddon. I've seen it once. I can't remember what the hell happened. You know. Uh, Boys in the Hood. Oh man, Boys in the Hood. Menace is a slightly marked for death. I just remember Boys in the Hood, man. I just all I remember is that yeah, you know, when he's running and the music comes, I get shot. Oh man, that was a sad movie, man. And the mum, what I always bugged me is the mum obviously loved the guy, the NFL kind of NFL star. She loved that son more than the other because of the dance, the Ice Cube. She didn't love that son. That was sad. When you're younger and you're like, how can a mother not like both their sons, not love both the sons the same? You know. Denise says my son is autistic. Where do you live, Janine? Janice, sorry for you, Janice. Because I just had I do a lot of autism events. I'll tell you about that later. And anyway, yeah, we could go on about movies, man. Maybe I have to do a part two to this, man. Um, Friday. Oh my gosh, yes, Friday. We ended it here. Friday. That was a classic. Yeah, I'm gonna get you hard tonight. Hard today. That's half your job. You ain't got to do. Yeah, yeah. Bye bye, punk. Classic. And on that note, people, I am going to go. I really enjoyed this. I hope you have too, man. People, leave a like, subscribe, share this. Let your friends and family know that I am doing live streams every weekend, and videos, multiple videos every week, man. Thank you for the support, the subscribers, the interactions, the comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've got some ideas for streams, but if you want a particular stream, let me know in the comment section and what stream you want me to do next weekend because I've got ideas, but I want to do this for the community, man. I want us to work together on this. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to give you what you guys want. So let me know and we'll tailor it to what you want. But people, I have enjoyed this. I hope you have too. Again, leave a like on your way out. Be polite. You know, like don't put your shoes on and walk on people's carpet. You know what I'm saying? You take your shoes off. Let's be polite. Let's be polite and leave a light, people. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I'll catch you again live next weekend. Have a good one, people. I'm out. Peace.